Friends, beloveds, it's me, Lori Ann Spagna, here with you today to chat with you briefly about why mindset is so important in the healing journey. Now, most of you are very aware at this stage if you're like me, if you're a passionate, courageous seeker who truly wants to heal and resolve your own issues, you already know the importance of mindset. However, what I came into the realization of is that how important it is in the healing journey to support you. In other words, while most of humanity is just beginning to catch on to that idea, that mindset is such an important role in them having the life that they want, in having the experience that they want in the life, in using proper mindset to align themselves with the experiences that they desire. We understand that, but in the healing journey, in addition to that, in the healing journey, mindset is also really important, because as we recognize through our mindset that we are aligning with our soul's divine mission, purpose, and journey, that we are doing the inner work rather than thinking and believing that it's been so challenging or so difficult or so many obstacles and hurdles to overcome, as we recognize that what we're really doing is the soul's work and that we are coming into alignment, and we utilize mindset to support and assist us in our healing journey, then the healing journey becomes much more effortless, easy, and graceful as well. And as we recognize that what we are doing is what we are here to do, as we recognize more and more that we're working with our mindset to align our mindset with the consciousness of the soul's agenda, that we realize that that is exactly what we're meant to do. So therefore, everything comes into divine alignment. In other words, the physical world adjusts and adapts to us in accordance with what we think and know and believe, right? And this is part of the healing journey. So many people don't fully understand, especially even really gifted healers like Reiki practitioners, Reiki masters, or healers who are working with energy, but not necessarily mindset, or not necessarily thoughts and opinions or emotions or judgments or beliefs, etc. Not necessarily working with records or agreements, soul agreements or soul contracts, or maybe just some of those things, but not all aspects. A lot of healers don't recognize what an important part of bringing into alignment the mindset is. So we do have to address that in our healing journey. So many gifted people I see out there. Yes, they might be Reiki masters. I'm a Reiki master. I love Reiki. But so many gifted healers out there working one particular modality are not working with the whole of the sum of its parts. They're perhaps just working with energy, which is beautiful and fabulous, but they're still missing those aspects of what's on the mental plane or on the emotional plane. So we have to not only work with mindset, we also have to work with the automatic response of the mental plane that initiates and triggers an emotional response. And the emotional response is very often the very thing that may be interfering or feels like it's interfering or challenging us, or somehow in sabotaging us, or somehow keeping us stuck in the spiritual closet, as I often say, or somehow that emotional trigger is the very thing we use perhaps to spiritually bypass or what I call carpet sweeping. We sweep something under the carpet that we don't want to look at because we perceive it somehow to be negative or dark or shadowy, or or we're taught some kind of law of attraction thing that we're supposed to only go towards the positive. So we carpet sweep or we spiritually bypass, and then we don't understand, because we didn't work with the mindset to recognize, this is all part of my soul's journey. This is part of what I'm doing here. And so we bypass something, or we miss something, or we carpet sweep it, or we misunderstand what is really the soul's agenda is. We miss the gifts that we're meant to receive, or the lesson we get to claim as learned because we didn't receive it somehow. We don't understand that mental plane well enough, because even in the coaching world, and I'm a coach too, I love coaching, but if the coach doesn't help somehow rightly align, most coaches, especially if they're in the physical 3D world, not necessarily working in the healing arts, they're just going to ask you a lot of questions. If you're being coached, they're going to ask you questions like, well, what is it about that makes you feel that way? Or when that happens, how do you feel? And if they're good enough, they're going to be able to bring about the deeper emotion for you. But if they're not really rightly aligning you, bringing you into more rightful alignment on it by working with both the mental, the thoughts, the beliefs, the opinions, the judgments, etc., and the emotional field, and the whole realigning the whole mindset, it's still going to be lingering in there. It's not really going to be resolved. So we have to recognize through our mindset that everything that's happening in the world, yes, is happening for us, but is also happening through us, and happening from us, and happening, yes, for us, for a higher purpose, for a greater reason. And that in that higher purpose and that greater reason, there are some kind of gifts in there for us to receive. And of course, this is so important too, because so many times in our physical world, we just want to bypass all of the negativity and all of the challenges and just get to the good stuff, when what's really happening is the very negativity, so-called, or the very challenges, or the very hurdles or obstacles are the way. Rather than trying to bypass it, they literally are the way. But it doesn't mean we have to climb the mountain or jump the hurdle. It means we need to resolve the issue. And all of that can be done through the healing journey, through the transformational journey. So for me, I know I use coaching as a tool. I use healing as a tool. And I also work with all of the multidimensional layers of the being, including the being's own, if it's the human or an animal, including all of their guides, all of their teachers, all like theirs or yours or whomever I'm working with or sitting with. I'm working with all the beings, all the realms of consciousness, all the multidimensional layers of this person and being, or this animal, that are so much more expansive than just their unique physical world. And the mindset piece is so relevant too, because if their thoughts are, everything's wrong, this is so hard, this is so difficult, or if their thoughts are, that just doesn't feel good, I just need to not go that way because it's not positive, they're going to misdirect or misalign themselves. Because a lot of times the very challenging thing or the very shadow thing is the way. And it doesn't mean it has to be hard or difficult or a struggle. It just means it's there for us to address and resolve. So working with the mindset to recognize through that, the awareness that what's presenting in front of us is what we are meant to address and resolve, and that it will be most effectively addressed and resolved on multiple levels and layers of consciousness: mental, emotional, energetic, auric, light body, the whole thing, that all of these multidimensional layers that are very real, that the physical human world has denied as real, which we are now realizing more and more are not unreal. Those are the things we address, and we have to do it through mindset, and we also have to do it through really being able to work through our own heart center, through recognizing the connection between the heart and the mind, which both have brain matter. We know that from scientific data now. Institute of Heart Math is a great example. The heart and the mind must align, and even the gut flora, and there's a gut brain as well. All of these are parts of our major core pillar. And as we bring this into alignment by working with the soul's agenda, what ends up happening is we can really have, be, do, heal, and resolve anything that we desire. So we have to work with our mental plane. We have to shift our consciousness on thinking that it's hard and tough and difficult, and recognize, yes, great things are achieved through this kind of work, but not necessarily because it has to be difficult or hard, but because what's difficult and hard is there for a reason. And it can be resolved actually way easier, way more graceful, way more benevolently and enjoyably than we realize. It can be, and it will be, if we pay attention to it and rightly aligned what we think and perceive and believe about it, and then heal and resolve and address it energetically on the multidimensional levels and layers of our being, which we access through our consciousness, through awareness, through bringing into alignment all of these levels and layers of who we are, including the energy field that exists within us. That's really the main energy centers, often referred to as chakras. So, okay, I hope this is helpful. I'm just bringing into awareness because this is the healing work that we're going to be doing on this channel as well. And I want to hear from you. I want to know what's most important to you to heal, to address, to resolve, so that I can do that on the channel. I'm going to be doing weekly healings. We can do them in 20 minutes or less, typically. We can get to the root core of things very quickly. If you tell me what the issue is and you put that in the comments below, then I can address those at the root core very quickly and do healing videos for people where, and your animals, where you can really resolve these things and be free and liberated from them and get the gifts you're meant to get to really accelerate your journey. Because if you're like me and you're a passionate seeker, healer who really wants to live your best life and be of service, because by the way, the fastest route to joy is through service. It is through contribution. It is through helping others, really, and by bringing your divine gifts forward. And if you're like me and that's what you want, like that's what I want. My greatest joy is to support, to assist, to help, to serve others on their journey and to be in service to the light, which is what I'm doing here, really just being in service to the light and the expansion of consciousness, which is what's going on planet right now in a radically accelerated way. So we need these incredible, massive jumps of consciousness. And that's what I'm here doing. So if you let me know what you want to work on, I can do this in a video for you, 20 minutes typically or less, and we can get to root core issues pretty quickly. And of course, it's a journey, it's not a pill, but it works so fast, so quick, so amazingly, and so brilliantly, and you will be able to experience it for yourself. So let me know what you're working on, and if I can, and if it's serving the greater good, and if it's guided, to the best of my ability, I will do a video on that for everyone so people can listen. In some cases, you'll listen to it over and over again. Sometimes one time is enough, and amazing, amazing progress we can make. So this is what we're here for at this time. So I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. Also, if you want more where this came from, there's lots more of this over at the website at LoriSpagna.com. I'll put the links in below. There's some incredible healing gifts for people and animals there, working to help animals and heal with animals and communicate telepathically with animals, and really awaken and activate your dormant DNA and your unique gifts, talents, and abilities. So those gifts are at LoriSpagna.com. And also, if you want to work with me more directly, just let you know, I have a sacred mentorship I'm so excited about. I've been really looking forward to this for a long time, really bringing this about. It's for amazing, passionate light worker, healers, seekers like you and me, who really are serious, not just sitting on the sidelines, not just being passive, but really going for our healing journey to accelerate our expansion and consciousness, and to elevate our consciousness and our frequency and our vibration, so that we can have, be, do, heal, resolve, and experience whatever it is that our souls really are calling to us to do. And so that we can have the life on earth that we truly dream of and desire, because we are the ones creating this heaven on earth. We are the ones who are materializing that as we watch the old systems and structures kind of collapse, that we're no longer in support of the greater good for all, the most benevolent best for all. Those systems and structures are collapsing, but we are really creating and aligning with a whole new reality that's being birthed through us. And we're the ones making it happen. So I invite you to head over to LoriSpagna.com and check out that sacred mentorship. We're doing this kind of work together, and it is brilliant and magnificent and so exciting and wonderful and enjoyable. And we're also awakening all of our really deep gifts, talents, and abilities, whether it's as channelers, as healers, as intuitives, as empaths, as light workers, as sensitives. We're awakening these gifts as Akashic Records readers. And we're working with these gifts to really bring them about to the world, to serve and support humanity through this massive accelerated period of consciousness that we're all going through. So the sacred mentorship is over there. There's a second mentorship that I launch only once a year. I offer it only once a year, and it's for the animal lovers who really want to work on their animal, the collective with the animal consciousness and the animal kingdom, to communicate telepathically with animals, to be healers and sensitives with animals, and to support the animal kingdom in their consciousness and as divine messengers, because they're here helping us too, right? They have consciousness, and they're here serving and supporting the collective too. So there's a sacred mentorship for the spiritually minded, progressive animal lovers, progressive spiritually minded animal lovers. You can head over to lauriespagna.com to get all the details on that as well. Okay, in the meantime, please be sure to put the comments down below about what you want to work on healing so I can address those in future videos. Every week I try to launch a new video plus a healing video in the second part of the week. So check those out for the healing on the topic areas based on what the requests are and what I know comes up most for all of us on our journey. In the meantime, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. I'm so grateful because we're the ones transforming our reality and it's happening right before our eyes. So exciting, such a wonderful time for humanity as we begin to more and more awaken and align to the divinity that we truly are and align with the light. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love. All my love. See you next time. Farewell for now. Bye-bye.